This one comes to us from Yahoo.com. Yahoo! Remember what Tom Cruise said in An Officer and a Gentleman? What did Tom Cruise say in An Officer and a Gentleman? Say it now. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if you're right. Yes, he said, and the hits just keep on rolling. Remember when he said that? He did say it in the movie. I think he was getting a newspaper when he said that particular line. I believe that's what it was. But he said that. The hits just keep on rolling. And guess what, guys? When we talk about the insurrection riot that happened on January 6th of this year at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., that's what we say. The hits just keep on rolling. A veteran Capitol police officer has been charged by federal authorities with 2 counts of obstruction after he allegedly warned a Capitol rioter to remove Facebook posts that showed him inside the building.
We want to get to some breaking news from Washington. A Capitol police officer appeared in federal court this afternoon after being arrested on obstruction charges. He's charged with trying to protect a man who was later accused of illegally entering the Capitol during the January insurrection. Officer Michael Riley allegedly told that man repeatedly to delete all social media that would prove he was in the building that day.
Riley reached out to a Facebook friend, one he knew because they were both avid fishermen and members of fishing-related Facebook groups, and warned him to take down posts showing him inside of the Capitol. They're quoting that Riley wrote, "I'm a Capitol police officer who agrees with your political stance. Take down the part about being in the building. They are currently investigating, and everyone who was in the building is going to get charged. Just looking out." That's what Sammy Davis Jr. said. "I'll keep an eye out for you." But, just looking out. Love you, bro. Is that a bromance? While the rioter is only listed as person 1 in Riley's charging papers, he is believed to be Jacob Hiles. Hiles was arrested on the same date as person 1, and like person 1, allegedly smoked weed inside the Capitol and has an interest in fishing. So did the cops. In fact, he was a fishing charter captain in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Hiles pleaded guilty last month, and his sentencing is scheduled for December 6th. This guy, I don't know if he's my hero or my zero. He smoked weed in the Capitol. Hey, Pelosi. There's just something hilarious about that. When the Capitol rioter told Riley he didn't think he did anything wrong, Riley responded that people who went in the building would be charged. Later on January 13th, Riley advised the rioter to get off of social media. Later, he told him the cops were arresting dozens of people a day and then set up a call with the rioter. Riley wrote on Facebook Messenger, quote, this is quote by yahoo.com, "Next time you want to come to D.C., just call me. You can stay at my house on the shore for free and bring your daughter to the museums. If you want to see the Capitol building, let's do it legally next time. I know a guy who can get you a tour. LOL." The rioter turned himself into the FBI on January 19th of this year and then reached out to Riley again. He said, "The FBI was very curious that I had been speaking to you. If they haven't already asked you about me, they are going. They took my phone and downloaded everything." Everything? Everything. Riley responded, "That's fine," and then deleted his messages to the rioter before saying that he felt like a moron for believing the rioter's story about being forced into the building.
According to the indictment, Riley sent a Facebook direct message to the man that read in part, "I'm a Capitol police officer who agrees with your political stance. Just looking out." Last hour in court, Riley did not enter a plea and was allowed to remain free on the condition he not possess any weapons and stays away from certain unnamed individuals.
Basically, Riley writes to him that, I tried to defend you, but then you showed me a video of you in the Capitol building smoking weed and acting like a moron. I have to say I was shocked and dumbfounded since your story of getting pushed into the building with no other choice now seems not only false, but a complete lie. Riley says he feels like a moron for believing him, and I wanted to text you this morning and let you know that I will no longer be conversing with you. Well, that's because he said the FBI was curious about. The FBI asked me about me? The FBI? They asked about me? Was there a guy named Joe Friday there? Oh no, that would be the LAPD. Maybe Efrem Zimbalist Jr. was there. Yeah. For those of you who go, I don't get it, Google Efrem Zimbalist Jr. Now, the FBI has made nearly 650 arrests in connection with the January 6th Capitol attack. And online sleuths who are investigating the riot believe that about 2,500 people engaged in conduct that could result in criminal charges. All these, as they call them, social media lawyers. I love when cops say that. Are you a lawyer? No, but I can read past the 6th grade level. This guy, who's a Capitol cop, let's just try to recap and see if I can get it right here, is telling this guy, hey, fishing buddy, come on down. Next time we'll go to the Capitol legally. Yeah, and by the way, delete all your posts because they're arresting people like crazy. Okay? So commit a crime, basically, get rid of the evidence. And then he goes, by the way, the FBI took my phone and they're really interested in you. They are? Hey man, you're a moron. You're an idiot. You should have never went in that Capitol. I'm not having nothing to do with you. Stay away. Do you guys get what I'm saying?